Good morning. OBS was OBS was giving me a struggle this morning. Let's see. We had a late night last night. I streamed to streamed way too late. Here we go. I stayed up to like midnight streaming, and then I stayed up to like 1:30 a.m. doing other things. Hello, Network Bib. Good to see you, man. Hope you're doing well. Let's see. Okay. Oh, that's funny. You saw me. Yeah. Yeah, I streamed real late yesterday. Sorry about your computer crashing there, man. That sucks. Technology is good until it doesn't work, right? Then it's just a pain in the butt. Hello, Syntax Queen. I'm good. I'm doing well, you know. It's another Monday. Hey, Butterscotch, how are you? Good to see you. Syntax Queen, you're trying to learn Flutter? Or Dart, I guess? Dart or Flutter? I guess Flutter's the framework and Dart's the language. That's for mobile development, right? I haven't done anything in that world before. See you, Network Bib. Have a good day, man. Syntax Queen, what are you working on? I'm just doing work stuff. Nothing exciting. Just normal everyday work things. I wish it was more exciting than that. Shriv. Hello, Shriv. How are you? Or Shiv, I guess I should say. Not Shriv. Shiv. Good to see you, Shiv. Oh, you're learning Flutter to build a fintech app? Very cool. That sounds like a fun project. Butterscotch, by the way, I made a decision to move forward with learning AI and will take a specialization course when I get admitted to college. I think that sounds great, man. I think it's cool that you got a path for it forward. Syntax Queen, it's been a while since you've done a live video of you working out. Yeah, it's just the way the streaming schedule for me has worked. It doesn't make sense to stream workouts lately. If I do it, I usually do it on the weekend. Excuse me. Yeah, fintech app sounds pretty cool. Buy and send money. It sounds like you'd learn a lot building that. So that sounds pretty awesome. Okay, so this is going to be See network bib, butterscotch. Yeah, now I can't shit on Python. Yeah, if you're going into AI in the ML world, you better make Python your best friend, huh? Yeah, that's the truth right there. Or at least get really comfortable with it. Excuse me. I did not mean to burp. Vikash, my wife said I should do lunges to stay in shape. That would be a big step forward. Good one, Vikesh. Good one. That's a good one. Excuse me. As you can tell, I'm not fully caffeinated yet. Excuse me. Hey, Stefan, how are you, man? I'm so hyped for Arc Raiders. Arc Raiders? What is that? It's a game, video game? An upcoming multiplayer extraction adventure set in a lethal future Earth ravaged by a mysterious mechanized threat known as Arc. Interesting. I've not heard of it. There's a lot of news about it, though, on the internet, so I don't think you're the only one that's hyped. See, I'm good. Bandages came today. Are you talking about the wraps? Are you talking about your wraps, your wrist wraps that you got? Excuse me. What'd you use your wraps? What was the first day you used your wraps? Did you lift weights with them? What'd you work out? Did you do some bench press? Did you do some Talon grip reverse bench press? Tomorrow's bench, but it's deload. Well, I guess you'll have to really put him to the test next week when you come off deload, huh? Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, you're right. Wraps probably don't make sense for the reverse grip. Let's see. Wait. Whoops. A steel shaker? I've never had a steel shaker. I've only had plastic ones over my whole gym career. Excuse me. Last, you look so sad. I'm not sad. I was just focused. That's funny. Hello, Chiton. How are you doing, man? Good to see you again. Yeah, the steel. I could see the steel one being much better than having a plastic one for sure. I've just never had one. If you find a good one, let me know. Last, are you gonna cry or something? No, I promise I'm not gonna cry, man. I promise I'm not gonna cry on you. I won't make you guys uncomfortable, I promise. Excuse me. You guys ever do something and you're like, you know what? I'm honestly not sure if this is the right way to do it. But it works. Sometimes I get paralysis analysis. Like I get so hung up in wanting to do things the perfect right way. Which I think is a good desire, but it can be paralyzing at times. And sometimes you just need to do it. And then you can iterate in the future. Good old Slack. Oh goodness, what have I done? Stefan, you'll not do anything perfect, Steven. If it works, it works. You're right, man. You're right. You just gotta let it go. Blast. Glad to see you laughing. When you are looking on camera, it seems like you are crying. No, I'm not crying. Well, I mean, my eyes are a little watery. When I stay up too late, when I wake up the next day, my eyes kind of water for some reason. Chiton, what component are you doing? I'm not sure I know what you mean. Butterscotch. Yeah, perfectionism sucks. Yeah, it really is, but it's one of those things. I think I feel like there's this experience in coding or learning to code or learning to program where you get to a certain point where like you know enough now to know what you don't know. And so then when you're writing code or you're writing something, you have these moments where you're like, you know what, this doesn't seem like this seems like it should be easier. And then you start going down these rabbit holes of Google searches and ChatGPT, and you're trying to sort out like, is my approach the right approach? How can I do this better? And then you sort of just sit there and spin instead of just writing it the way it works and the way it delivers the behavior that you want. And then if you need to make an adjustment or you need to change something in the future, you can do it then. But it's kind of paralyzing there that when you reach that point in your journey where you're like, you know what, I feel confident that this will work, but it feels like it should be easier, and I'm not sure how to do it, or it feels like somebody else should have already solved this. That's where I find myself getting stuck sometimes. What are you gonna do though, right? What are you gonna do? Excuse me. Excuse me. I don't mean to keep burping into the mic. That's my bad. Stefan, you know what? I want to also get one of those little stickers that you put on your nose so that you can breathe more easily. Oh, are you talking about like the Breathe Right strips that like are supposed to like pull your nasal passages apart? You put like a magnet, sticky magnet here and a sticky magnet here, and then it. Is that what you're talking about? Isolate Minds. Where are you working at now? I'm not freelance. I've not done any freelance. I work. You can type LinkedIn, !LinkedIn, to kind of see my professional history if you're curious. I work at a software company currently, a SaaS company. We make a GRC platform. And if you're not familiar with GRC is governance, risk, and compliance. So, not the most sexy product in the world, but people need it, you know. Whoops. So this will get the lock, let go of it, and then this will do the same. Oh, actually, maybe it shouldn't do that. Maybe it should do... Hello, Arvin. How are you? Stefan, maybe I actually start breathing at night? Yeah, maybe. Steven, you should add all commands to stream description. Oh, yeah, I can probably do that, can't I? I probably can have, like, I should probably have that templated somewhere. Like, anytime I create a stream, it just automatically populates the description. I'm sure there's a way I can do that. But I think you can also type commands in there. Arvin, been a lurker on this channel for quite a while. Well, Arvin, thanks for lurking. And if that's how you like to roll, man, please feel free to lurk away, you know. But also appreciate you jumping into the chat, you know. Let us know you're here. Hope you're doing well. Okay. Oops. I don't know if I'm doing this right, but I'm doing it. I'm doing it anyway. Oh boy. Just pin the Nightbot chat then? Yeah. I can pin that. But I can also add it to the description. I can definitely do that. I just need to spend some time to figure out how to do that. What am I saying? Ban that MF. I never want to see him again. Nobody likes you, Nightbot. Arvin, why no screen this time? When I do office hour streams like this, it's because I'm actually like doing like work, you know, like for my day job. So I literally just kind of pull up the stream, I work, and kind of talk to you guys, like kind of like you guys are my coworkers or my colleagues. Just kind of like we're hanging out, doing our work together. So that's why no screen. Arvin, why sip from can when you can sip from mug? Pour it into mug and drink it for extra effect. Does that make it have an extra effect? Because if it does, I will most definitely pour the monster into a mug if it bumps the caffeination. Excuse me. Okay. Well, we're making good progress here. Hey, Kogarashi, how are you? Yeah, long time no see, man. How have you been? Thanks for stopping by the stream to say hi. What's up? Appreciate you. We're having a pretty quiet stream this morning. I mean, it's very chill. The vibes are very much on point. We have all the regulars. We have Stefan here. We have Arvin, who apparently has been lurking for a while, but he's entered the chat. Butterscotch was here for a little while. Chatan was here for a little while. Yeah, we had all the... It's been a good chat, man. A lot of regulars. Just kind of hanging out, enjoying the vibes. Let's see. I actually want to call this... because I don't want to block, so I'm going to call this start. And then I'm going to put all of this... You know what? I think so the start method should clean its previous self up and start a new one. So I shouldn't need to do this here. But I do need to make sure I dispose of the WebSocket. Kogarashi, I'm good. What about you? Yeah, man, life's good, dude. The weather's warming up here. It's been like 80 degrees the last 3 or 4 days. I've made some halfway decent progress on my Discord bot during my streams the last couple days. Although I'm still not sure I'm completely doing it correctly, but I've made some progress. And yeah, you know, there's not really much to complain about, dude. I need to get a haircut, obviously. That's something to complain about. My hair is too long. It's getting a little... So, I'm going to try to go get that cut this week or this weekend. Actually, today's payday, too. I didn't think about that. We get paid on the 15th and the last day of the month. So, yeah, today's a really good day. Payday is always a good day. Butterscotch, have you ever explored coding design patterns? I gotta learn some now because most AI project repos I've seen on GitHub use various design patterns. Yeah, the design patterns book is very good. Pluralsight has a bunch of courses on design patterns. Most of those courses are taught in C Sharp. But like if you go on my GitHub, you can look and see I've got like 1,000. It feels like 1,000, but there's probably 8 to 10 design patterns repos on my GitHub that are from doing Pluralsight courses about the design patterns. I think design patterns are very helpful. I think the tricky part with design patterns is knowing when to use them and when not to use them. But the first step is being aware of them, right? So you need to know about the factory pattern, or you need to know about the facade pattern. You need to know about these things so that you can start trying to look for opportunities to use them, like when it makes sense, right? Because the patterns are there because they solve a particular problem. Like you shouldn't just go willy-nilly start trying to apply design patterns all over the place. But the idea is if you know about the pattern and you're writing code or you're building a solution and you're like, wait a minute, this seems like it could really benefit from the strategy pattern, right? It's that pattern. It's the pattern recognition of when to use design patterns. I think that becomes really valuable. And I think in a lot of I think there's a lot of cases probably in interviews where people, that's what they're trying to extract from you is like, are you able to recognize the patterns that would be useful for a particular design pattern? You know, if you've written 6 or 7 classes or 6 or 7 functions in a particular way, do you have the ability to stop and say, wait a minute, based on what I'm doing here, in order to really actually make this more maintainable and extensible and testable long term, I should apply XYZ pattern. The book is good though. And Pluralsight has some good courses. Arvin, I am personally anti-design patterns. Find the idea of having pre-described design patterns for a project to fit in arbitrary. Yeah, I think if you approach it, Arvin, if you approach it that way, yeah, I totally understand what you're saying. I think that's the wrong approach though. I think you shouldn't just say like, here's my 20 design patterns and I must figure out a way to apply them in my project. I think you need to build something first, solve a problem first, and then look at ways you would refactor into a particular design pattern. I think design patterns too are also probably helpful for larger code bases with multiple developers. I think that's where they can also be very powerful. It's kind of like the same idea behind why you'd want to use some sort of CSS framework when you're on a bigger project with multiple devs, because this idea that there's kind of this set way that you do things, right? We all kind of understand this is the way we architect our solution, and this is the kind of the pattern we follow when we implement a new feature. We implement a feature around this area of the code base. So I think there's some benefit too for like standardization. But you can't, if you don't know about the design patterns and someone says, oh, we use the strategy pattern to handle sending messages, right? It's like, what do you mean? So I don't know. I think it behooves you to know about them and be able to speak to them, whether or not you like using them or not. Alright. What am I looking for here? Yeah, I think pattern, structure, standardization. I think it's those things are particularly important to just the bigger your project gets and the more people you're working on them. I think that's why sometimes if you're somebody who's like a self-taught programmer or self-taught coder and you particularly only work on things that are your projects, like you don't work with a team of 10 people, then it's hard for you to see the value. But I think if you're somebody who works in a setting where you're collaborating with multiple people on a code base, then you probably find the value a little bit more apparent. Arvin says, fair enough. My hatred for design patterns is reduced by negative 10 points. Well, then we did some good work today. All right, y'all. I have been sitting long enough. I'm going to get up and take a little break from my task, move my body. But I'll be back. I haven't decided if I'm going to stream this evening or if I'm going to stream at lunch. I honestly don't know at this point. It's kind of up in the air. So I can't really promise you when I'll see you again. But if you see me live, stop in. If you're not in the Discord, you can go ahead and join the Discord. I always try to post in the Discord when I go live. Otherwise, I hope you guys have a great rest of your, what is it, Thursday? Yeah, great rest of your Thursday. Or if it's Friday for you, I hope you have a great rest of your Friday. And I'll see you next time. All right, y'all. Bye, guys. Have a good day. Bye.